Nice meeting you, Sergei.
Likewise, Tor Inge.
And thank you for being a part of this interview.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Sergei has decades of experience in the GRC domain, and I'm here to pick his brain today. What do you see as the most significant challenges facing the GRC domain today, Sergei?
Thanks, Tor Inge, and I'm very happy to be here as well. And you know, as we all know, the domain of governance, risk, and compliance is central to all organizations, whether they're private or public. And it is an inherently very complex domain that faces constant change. We have regulatory changes, we have technology changes, we have geopolitical changes. And organizations find themselves increasingly in a need of real-time risk information. And so it's also being complicated by emerging AI technologies and various threats. And as if that was not enough, when you combine that with organizational dynamics, like where a lot of organizations operate in silos and they manage risk in fragmented ways, and you also want to keep up with all these changes, integrate organizational performance, and also deliver software and technology tools that help to manage that. That's an enormous problem to tackle.
So is there any solution to this, Sergei? It seems like it's a task it's difficult to overcome. Is there hope for companies, and how do your company address this with your SaaS solutions?
Yeah. For sure, Tor Inge, there's a solution to this challenge. As you know, our vision is to redefine how software applications are built and deployed to help organizations manage their business problems and achieve their objectives with a comprehensive business management platform. So to tackle this environment, we are looking at building a very customizable and flexible solution by design, not something that's fixed out of the box and has to be redone every time there's a change, but something that is built on a very flexible philosophy. And we also built in all the modern technologies that businesses are using, as well as can be helpful for GRC, like integrating organizational systems already in use that already perform a lot of the functions, integrating AI technologies, and also creating a view and a digital twin of the business so that it's a lot easier to grapple with these problems in an integrated way.
So what opportunities do you see in the GRC space that excite you most?
Of course, as discussed countless times, there's a shift right now towards a digital transformation, a digital revolution. And we've already seen part of that picture happening in the 90s when companies adopted comprehensive ERP systems like SAP and Oracle and PeopleSoft and so forth. And then we saw another pillar organizationally of CRM systems, like developing customer relationship and revenue management systems to optimize that part of the business. But now in focus is the GRC aspect of governing your company in very responsible ways so as to accomplish your objectives in a legal and ethical way, but while avoiding unnecessary risk. And so this digital transformation is a wave that we aim to ride in order to bring those solutions to the companies to help relieve these challenges. And in this environment, it is possible to take GRC from a mandated, must-do, compliance-driven exercise to a competitive advantage, to enable organizations to make risk and governance and compliance and performance measurement as part of their culture and bake it into everything they do by design. That with it brings tremendous opportunities and potential. And every day there is a new development like ESG or some geopolitical shifts or some shifts in regulations that make this reality even more necessary to address and tackle. So we're excited as a software company to bring this platform that looks at the business holistically and helps to connect all the siloed parts and new technologies to help manage these real-time risks.
Very good. Can you share an interesting fact about your company, particularly how the platform was developed and how organizations manage their performance to achieve their purpose?
Absolutely. So, you know, what attracted me to Corporator in the first place and why I joined was the fact that in its origins, Corporator was a performance management company looking at how organizations achieve their purpose and objectives and measuring that and helping them. Well, that's what the heart of GRC is. You know, you want the governance aspect of it is setting the vision and the purpose and the direction of every organization, while risk and compliance is doing so responsibly, ethically, and legally. And so for me, what Corporator brings to the table is a baked-in focus on purpose and objectives and company vision and mission to help accomplish that with its performance engine, which is actually missing in most competitor tools today. And so it allows us to have a very unique edge in the market so that we can focus on helping the companies transform their business towards accomplishing their objectives in the best way, most efficient, most ethical way possible.
Yeah. Okay. What advice would you give organizations looking to improve their GRC processes with software solutions?
Well, I think the first thing is they need to understand their GRC objectives in relation to the purpose and direction of the company, because it cannot be performed, you cannot do GRC in a vacuum. It has to be connected to the inner goals and purposes and strategic objectives of every organization. That's number one. Number two, look for a software that's flexible, adaptable, and can be future-proofed to accommodate increasing complexity and changes. We make changes to our software very often for that exact reason, to make sure that it's relevant and can keep up with the change and can keep up with all the organizational dynamics, so that we do have some core capabilities, but we're able to add as required and as things evolve. And the other thing is you want to make sure the user experience is top-notch, because you want people to live and breathe in the system without thinking of it as a hurdle to performing their duties, but as an aid and as a strategic a differentiator. And most importantly, and I think this is the most important part, you can have all of the above, but your vendor, whoever you choose as a SaaS provider, needs to be a partner with you. You know, they need to share in your mission and vision and help you accomplish and guide you along the way, and be responsive to your needs and user feedback and all of the changing environment. So I think that aspect of partnership is very important.
Let me ask a final question to you. Is Corporator such a good partner, would you say?
I would say that I have seen a great culture inside Corporator of customer centricity and being available to the customer as though they were part of our own team, as though they were colleagues sitting with us in the same room. And so when we interact with customers, when we have projects together, I feel as if there's no separation between vendor and customer, but we're all there collectively together against the problem to solve and evolve. And I feel that our roadmap and our way that the software has withstood so many implementation challenges and so many complexities with global organizations that are household names, and is still in place and is still serving and is still resilient after 20 years, that's a good testament to that.
Yeah. Okay, Sergei, thank you so much for participating, and I enjoyed a little interview round we had. I hope you did the same.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, thank you.